Hello, good day. Today I'm going to be giving a technical description and walkthrough for my multi-page app, which I've based on for a Petcare app. To begin with, we have our basic splash page, which shows the icon and a background. You can see here with the image view. The main code for it is a simple handler loop, which makes it so that the splash page appears for a set amount of period of time given. I given 950 milliseconds, and then it'll disappear to showcase the main page, which is the first will pop up the login page to capture user initials. So you have the inner layout to centralize the contents, the image view, the edit text to input content, and the button to capture content. The code for this stems to the main variables you have and the bindings to combine the input, and the final button, the login button that you click to capture the information from the user, and the pop-up window that will appear to show a welcome text and a user text to give an idea of how to use the app and like what the app is about, which will then lead to the selection page. This page is where you select whatever pet you need, which is a dog or a cat in this most instance. So we have a inner layout again for the centralization of the content, the text views, image views, and the buttons you can see. And for its target code, we have the variables again, simple as, and the bindings for the dog and the cat button, depending, and the recommendations page, which we'll be getting to next. It takes it so that depending on the choice you've taken, either a dog or a cat, it will lead to the recommendations page with the specified tips or recommendations on the pet. It leads to this page where you have again similar, the layouts, frames for centralizing, and the text views and the buttons. Here you can see there'll be the image view where it'll pop up the pet's image of whatever you've chosen, and the feeding, grooming, and health tips and recommendations that will appear depending on the dog type or the pet type. And you give a pop-up of your name that you initially gave in the login page. The code for this stands there. You have again variables and the bindings for each pet. So either the cat type or the dog type pet, and the username will be captured onto this page. And then you have the content for or the data for each pet type. So for the dog, you have its feed, groom, and health, and the cat feed, groom, and health, and their images that'll pop up. And beneath it, you do have a back button to get you back into the selection page if you want to switch your selection. Now to go on into the walkthrough for the app, here you can see I've given the app an icon to identify it easier. Pops up with the splash page and the pop-up window that gives you the welcome and the tips to how to use. You continue, you can type in a name. Let's say in this case I give Nathan as a name, and it continues to selection page where you can select the dog or a cat in this instance. Let's go a dog. Takes you to the recommended page. So here you can see it's the tips for Nathan, the name I gave earlier, and your pet type, and depending on the pet type you have the content. So for feed you go high protein food, brush every week, and regular walks for dogs. Now if you need to, you can again change your selection by pressing the back button, which leads again for tips for you, the pet type, and in this case for cats you get wet and dry food, brush twice or thrice a week, and gives vaccines and flea treatments. So that was it for my multi-page app for assessment 2. That was the Pawz Petcare app, and thank you for watching.